At 3:47 a.m. on a Tuesday morning in February 1956, Robert Henderson backs his white panel truck out of the Cloverdale Dairy Depot in Cleveland, Ohio. The thermometer reads 12 degrees. His breath clouds the windshield. 42 years old, 17 years on the road, 127 customers waiting. He has 4 hours before the sun comes up, and every single one of those customers expects their milk on the doorstep before breakfast. By the end of this video, you'll understand why a simple 5-cent price difference destroyed an entire profession, and why 450,000 men lost the only job they ever knew. But first, let me take you to 3:47 a.m. on a freezing morning in 1956. The truck is a 1954 Divco Model 11. Engine in the back. No doors. Just an open bay on the right side. Henderson stands while he drives, one hand on the wheel, shifting his weight from foot to foot on the metal floor. The truck tops out at 37 miles per hour. He doesn't need more than that. His entire route spans 6.3 miles. In the cargo bay behind him, 89 glass quart bottles of whole milk, 34 pints of chocolate milk, 16 quarts of buttermilk, 22 half pints of heavy cream, 11 dozen eggs, 8 pounds of butter, everything in glass, everything heavy, everything that will shatter if he takes a corner too fast or hits a pothole wrong. Henderson's first stop is 4:02 a.m. The Kowalski House on Denison Avenue. 2 quarts whole, 1 pint chocolate. He knows this without checking his route book. He's been delivering to the Kowalskis since 1947. He knows that Mrs. Kowalski leaves the empty bottles in the metal carrier by the door, that the porch light flickers, that the third step creaks. He kills the engine, steps down onto frozen pavement. The milk bottles clink as he loads them into his wire carrier. 8 bottles for this block. He moves between houses in darkness, his footsteps crunching on ice. Porch to porch, carrier to doorstep. Empty bottles collected, full bottles delivered. He doesn't knock, doesn't ring doorbells. The whole operation is silent. By 5:30 a.m., he's completed 47 deliveries. The sun won't rise for another hour. This is the rhythm of milk delivery in 1956. Pre-dawn routes, glass bottles, daily service. In Cleveland alone, 2,300 milkmen work routes like Henderson's. Nationwide, the number hits 450,000. They deliver 53% of all milk consumed in America. The job requires specific knowledge. Henderson knows which customers want delivery Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, which want daily service, which families go through 3 quarts a day, which need only a pint. He knows the Robinsons just had a baby. Extra milk diaper service starting next week. He knows the Pattersons' son left for Korea last month. Reduce the order from 4 quarts to 2. The milk itself is different from what supermarkets sell. Cloverdale processes and bottles it the same day Henderson delivers it. The cream line sits visible at the top of each bottle. Whole milk means whole milk, 3.25% butterfat, nothing homogenized. The glass bottles are thick, heavy, designed for repeated use. Each one gets washed, sterilized, refilled. A single bottle might make 40 trips from dairy to doorstep and back. Henderson finishes his route at 7:53 a.m. He returns to the depot, offloads empties, submits his collection receipts. The depot clerk tallies his deliveries. 127 stops, 284 individual items, $43.17 collected. Henderson's pay is calculated per delivery plus commission. This Tuesday morning earned him 11.20 cents. He'll be back tomorrow at 3:47 a.m. to do it again. But something is changing. In 1956, the first self-service supermarket opened in Cleveland 18 months ago. The Acme on Euclid Avenue. Fluorescent lights, shopping carts, refrigerated cases that run the length of the back wall. Milk in waxed paper cartons, half-gallon size. Cheaper than home delivery by 8 cents a gallon. Henderson notices it in small ways first. The Carmichaels cancel their standing order in March. We're doing our shopping at Acme now, Mrs. Carmichael says. It's just easier. The Hoffmans reduce from daily to 3 times a week in April. The Sullivans stop taking cream. The economics are straightforward. Cloverdale Dairy charges 28 cents for a quart of milk delivered to your door. Acme sells the same quart for 23 cents if you drive there yourself, walk the aisles, carry it to your car, Bring it home. 5 cents difference. Doesn't sound like much, but consider the household budget in 1956. Average weekly grocery bill, $18.50. A family using 4 quarts of milk per week saves 20 cents weekly by buying at the supermarket instead of home delivery. That's 10.4D per year. Enough to matter. Henderson's route starts to erode. May 1957, 119 customers. August, 10.4. December, 91. Cloverdale tries to adapt. They add orange juice delivery, cottage cheese, ice cream in the summer. Henderson's truck now carries 23 different products. More weight, more complexity. Same 6.3-mile route, but it takes him longer now. He starts at 3:30 a.m. to finish by 8. The glass bottles become a problem. Supermarkets switch to paper cartons in 1958. Lighter, cheaper, disposable. No deposit, no return. Customers like this. They don't have to remember to leave empties on the porch. Don't have to wash them out first. Don't have to feel guilty when they forget. Cloverdale stays with glass. The company owns 890,000 bottles. The washing machinery. The logistics system. Switching to paper would require retooling the entire operation. The board votes to maintain glass bottle service. Quality product, they say. Customer loyalty. But customer loyalty has a price point. By 1960, Acme and Stop & Shop have expanded to 14 locations across Cleveland. They're open 6 days a week, 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. They sell milk for 19 cents a quart. Cloverdale still charges 28 cents for delivery. Henderson's route. 73 customers. He knows what's coming. Other milkmen are getting laid off. Routes consolidated. Some depots closing entirely. The Cloverdale fleet, which peaked at 47 trucks in 1955, is down to 31 trucks by 1961. He applies for other jobs. Factory work at Republic Steel. Postal Service. Bus driver. He's 47 years old, with 17 years delivering milk and no other particular skills. The steel plant isn't hiring. The post office has a waiting list. The RTA says he's too old to start as a driver. So he keeps delivering. 3:30 a.m. alarm. Truck by 3:47. Route complete by 8 p.m. Day after day. The customers who remain are mostly elderly. People who remember when milk delivery was standard. People who don't drive or don't want to. People for whom 28 cents versus 19 cents doesn't matter as much as the milk appearing on the doorstep every morning without them having to think about it. Mrs. Kowalski is still on his route. She's 71 now. Her husband died in 1959. Henderson still delivers 2 quarts whole, 1 pint chocolate every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. She leaves payment in the empty bottles. Exact change wrapped in a note that says, "Thank you, Mr. Henderson." The supermarkets add another advantage in 1963. Extended hours. Stop & Shop goes 24/7. You can buy milk at 2 a.m. if you want, or midnight, or Sunday afternoon. Cloverdale delivers Monday through Saturday, before 8 a.m. only. Henderson's route, 51 customers. Cloverdale cuts his commission rate. He's earning 8.4 day now for the same 4-hour route. The company is losing money. They raise prices to 31 cents per quart. 5 customers cancel immediately. 1965 brings the final blow. Plastic gallon jugs. Lightweight, unbreakable, resealable. Supermarkets sell them for 78 cents, effectively 19.5 cents per quart. Cloverdale's delivered quarts are now 31 cents each. The price gap has widened from 5 cents to 11.5 cents. Henderson's route, 34 customers. Cloverdale announces they're discontinuing home delivery service, effective December 31, 1965. The company will focus on wholesale distribution to supermarkets and restaurants. The depot closes. The trucks get sold. Henderson receives 2 weeks' severance pay. On his final delivery day, December 30, 1965, he starts his route at 3:47 a.m., like always. 21 years on the same route. The same 6.3 miles. He knows every porch, every step, every squeaky gate. He delivers to 34 houses. Most of them leave notes. "Thank you for your service. We'll miss you. Good luck. Mrs. Kowalski's house is his last stop. 2 quarts whole, 1 pint chocolate. He sets them on her porch at 7:51 a.m. She opens the door before he can leave. Mr. Henderson, she says, I baked you something. It's a coffee cake, still warm. She hands it to him wrapped in a kitchen towel. He doesn't know what to say. 21 years and he's never had a conversation with her longer than good morning and see you Friday. She's crying. He realizes he might be too. You were always here, she says. Every morning. I knew I could count on you. Henderson finds work eventually. Stock clerk at Acme, the same supermarket that helped put him out of business. He works there for 14 years until retirement. He never mentions to customers that he used to deliver milk. It doesn't seem relevant. The American home milk delivery industry collapses between 1960. The number of milkmen drops from 450,000 to, by 1975, less than 1% of American households receive milk delivery. The glass bottles disappear. The pre-dawn routes, the personal service, all of it gone. What replaced it? Efficiency, convenience, lower prices. Supermarkets could undercut delivery services by eliminating the labor cost of route drivers, the overhead of maintaining delivery fleets, the logistics of collecting and washing glass bottles. Customers gained flexibility. Shop whenever they want, buy whatever they want, compare prices easily. What was lost? The daily human contact, the accountability of personal service, the quiet reliability of the milk appearing at your door each morning before you woke. Henderson knew his customers, knew when they had babies, when sons went to war, when husbands died. He adjusted deliveries without being asked. He was infrastructure made human. Robert Henderson died in 1989 at age 75. His obituary in the Cleveland Plain Dealer doesn't mention his career as a milkman. It lists his 14 years at Acme, his service in World War II, his surviving children and grandchildren, the 21 years he spent on a 6.3-mile route delivering milk before dawn to 127 households gets no mention. Today, a few boutique milk delivery services still operate in American cities. They charge premium prices, $6 per half-gallon, delivered weekly. Customers pay for nostalgia, for local sourcing, for the romance of glass bottles on the doorstep. It's not infrastructure anymore. It's lifestyle choice. The Divco trucks are gone, sold for scrap or sitting in museums. The glass bottles are collectibles now, cleaned of their dairy labels, displayed on antique shop shelves for $12 each. The routes that Henderson and 450,000 others drove every morning have been absorbed into broader systems, supermarket supply chains, refrigerated warehouses, grocery delivery apps, but somewhere in Cleveland, in houses built before 1960, you can still find the metal milk box built into the porch wall. Small door on the outside, small door on the inside. Insulated compartment, just big enough for 4-quart bottles. Most people don't know what they're for anymore. The doors don't open, painted over, forgotten. Henderson would have known. He opened those doors 30,000 times, left milk inside, took empties out, moved to the next house. The same houses, the same route, every morning for 21 years. Then one day he didn't. The world had changed. The milk now came from a store, and nobody particularly missed the man who used to bring it to your door at 4 a.m., who knew your family, who was there every morning whether you thought about him or not. If this story made you think about the people who quietly kept your world running, the ones we forgot to thank before they disappeared, hit that subscribe button. We're documenting the last generation who knew these jobs before they're gone forever.